In this video, we're going to look at the use of the offset page and the data it stores. We're going to use the tool probe to select and pick up a tool, entering data into the offset page. We're going to look at the hand jog keys, the hand jog access selection keys, as well as the hand jog feed rate keys. These are the most important keys that you will use as you start to learn how to operate your CNC lathe. Here we have the basic lathe run screen. Pressing the offset key will move us to the offset registry. On the lathe there are 3 offset screens, one for tool geometry, one for work offset, and one for tool wear. The milling machine has 2 offset screens, one for tool offset and one for work offset. Repeated pressing of the offset key will cycle you through all available screens. Once in the screen, cursor keys will enable you to move through the data points. Back on the tool geometry screen, note column headings. X and Z values reference the absolute location of the cutting tool within the work envelope. While radius, taper, and tip are all at 0, these values are rarely required anymore as modern CAM software accounts for these changes. The tool wear screen allows the operator to correct cutting variations by adjusting tool size equal to the increase or decrease required to make size correct. Switching now to manual data entry, MDI, for allowing operator inputs to directly command machine functions. Entering a tool address number and cycling the tool carousel by pressing the alphanumeric T4 followed by the ATC key will index the tool carousel to tool 4. Continuing to enter tool addresses and pressing the ATC key will result in the carousel rotating the commanded tool location. Each tool address is clearly visible on the front face of the tool carousel. Note the large protruding tools on the face of the tool carousel, as they will require attention later on. Switching to hand jog mode to allow us to move the tool as we rotate the hand jog wheel. Selecting the movement scale to control the distance moved per hand jog wheel division is done using the hand jog feed rate buttons. Using the hand jog access buttons to select the desired axis to move when turning the hand wheel. Note the plus and minus values and rotation direction arrows directly above the wheel. Rotation of the wheel will result in movement at a rate selected by the hand jog feed rate buttons, permitting accurate positioning of the cutting tool. Pressing the Z key causes the tool to move in the Z axis. Rotating the hand wheel in the positive direction moves the tool in the positive movement away from the chuck, and the Z direction, minus direction, moves the tool towards the chuck, Z minus. Now selecting the X key will result in movement along the X axis in the corresponding direction. Note the proximity of the long tools previously mentioned at the back of the carousel. These tools are loaded in the carousel but are not currently being used. The operator must be aware that this particular situation could result in damage both to the machine and the tools should either come into forced contact. Careful planning of machining operations is required to ensure this does not happen. The control only knows the position of the active tool. Neither tool in the background is active, and therefore its position is only known to visual confirmation by the operator. Returning to the offset tool page, we will now select and load a tool. Note the tool position of the X on the registry shown as minus 10.350 inches and the Z as minus 6.205. Now deploying the tool offset probe, pulling down and out from the cabinet. This device will automatically enter the tool position when it is contacted by the cutting tool. This allows for very quick and accurate tool data entry that is very repeatable. These probes are very fragile and expensive and should never be roughly handled or stricken. Positioning the tool in the center of the probe before advancing to make contact. Advancement is done via the 1/1000th per inch feed rate and holding the button down for automatic feed. Once the tool comes in contact with the probe, all the axis movement will cease and its position will be automatically entered into the tool registry data. Note the X position now showing on the screen is minus 10.3588. This is a change of 1.8 thou, or 1/1000 and 8/10 of an inch. This would typically be caused by tool wear. Repeating the cycle now in the Z-axis, advancing towards the probe in the Z-axis using the 1/1000 per inch feed rate. Once contact is made, the position will be automatically entered into the registry. Note the position is showing as minus 6.2051, confirming the accuracy of the tool position in the Z-axis. Okay, hopefully that video will be helpful for you and allow you to study your CNC operator skills at home. The next video in this series is going to examine the operator overrides, specifically the RPM and feed rate overrides, and help you to begin to understand how those two variables interact and how they can affect your machining outcomes. Thank you.